Mr. Grayson Caps, hello and welcome.
Hello, thank you.
It's a bit funny, but it's up to me, a Belgian guy from a Dutch website, to introduce you
An
here.
Alabama musician.
To introduce you here in Utrecht. Welcome in Utrecht.
Thank you.
And how do you feel playing this evening on Ramblin Roots?
I feel great. I'm ready.
Like you told us, it's not your first time here that you're in Holland.
No, I think the first time I was here was Moulin Blues, probably 2006, 2007, and then I've been coming, if not every year, every other year for a while. Yeah.
Great festival, not like this one, but you have to be at Moulin Blues.
Well, we don't know yet. This festival hasn't happened yet.
Another one. When I do an interview, Mr. Caps, I always try to find out who the person is that is sitting in front of me, and I try to ask him decent questions, so I make it easy for me. How would you introduce yourself? What do we have to know about Mr. Caps?
Oh boy.
About the musician Caps.
Well, I've been doing this for a long time, you know, and I came at it from a different angle than most musicians who were striving to make a living. I kind of started where I was having more of a theater background.
So you weren't always a musician?
No, I studied theater, and then I did landscaping a lot, and then I loved music, and I played music on the weekends. And I kind of approached music with having made money for the week, and so when Friday and Saturday came, I'm like, I don't care what you think, and I'm doing what I want to do, you know, because I'd already made my money. You know? But then, as years went by, the kind of came to the proverbial crossroads where it was like, what do I want to do? Do I want to do landscaping or music? Because the music had come to the point where it was surpassing landscaping. So I was like, well, you know, that one particular day where I was running a jackhammer, it's like music. And so I've been playing, you know, professionally, making a living for probably 30 years now.
Was it something in your environment or your family why you wanted to become a musician, or?
I'm sure, because when I grew up,
maybe.
No, my dad can't clap to a rap song, so I mean, I don't have the genetics for it. My mom was able to read music and piano, but the thing I think that inspired me was parties at my house when I was young, because my dad loved music and would always have musicians come by, and so just seeing the people pass the guitar around.
He loved also your music?
Well, no, I was too young then. But, you know, this is when I was, you know, growing up, so like, you know, 8 to getting out of high school. And I didn't really start playing or writing my own songs until I got out of high school and went to college. And then I'd sit in the stairwell, instead of doing homework, I would write songs.
Who were your big influences or your big examples? Or maybe a song that you heard that you said, that's the direction I want to go?
Well, the first song I think I fell in love with was Old Dogs and Children and Watermelon Wine by Tom T. Hall. And
that's not the guy that we know, that I know, so sorry. But,
so Tom T. Hall would be called the storyteller in country music, and but you know, that's an influence. Obviously, Bob Dylan, John Prine, Leonard Cohen, but then you can go into Mississippi John Hurt, Mississippi Fred McDowell. Son House is huge, but then Serge Gainsbourg and Eartha Kitt.
I hear a lot of blues, I hear a bit of rock.
It's all over the place. And then as I've gotten older, I really have gotten into Black Sabbath and AC/DC. So it's like early on, I was really more into, you know, Tom Waits was an early influence. Nick Cave I like a lot, you know. So, but Nick Cave would kind of incorporate all the influences that I had to begin with, and I think that's why I like him, because I can hear early influences, you know. And then there's Paolo Conte, since I've been going to Italy, you know, I like him a lot, that you can see international influences, but regional too, so it's messed up.
doing my research, I found an interesting thing about you that was written down by an American songwriter. It's not a small...
the magazine?
Yeah, the magazine, it's not a small one. They described you as a mix of the poetry of Townsend Van Zandt, the attitude of Steve Earle, and some blues. Direction Hole and Wolf. Is that...
That's pretty accurate.
It's also like you feel it, like you want to do it. All these things together. Yeah.
I mean, although I'm not a fan of Steve Earle or Townsend Van Zandt, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know, but their influences would be similar to mine, but they're not my influence.
It was great to read that somebody think that about you. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's great. And Howlin' Wolf, of course, is a huge. Yeah, I'll take that one.
Yeah. Like you can see here, you did a lot of recordings, but solo I found 5 albums. Maybe I'm wrong, but
oh wait, I forgot about.
no.
No, there's one
It's
more
not-
that I forgot to throw.
No, but just to say that you not are only a solo artist, but you did also stuff with your band.
Stump Knockers, I had a band called the Lost Cause Minstrels, and then early on I had a band called Stave and Chain, and then before my first band was right out of college called the House Levelers, and we were the first label on Tipitina's when they started a record label. It was called the House Levelers, and we toured 3 years like that, and then I started Stave and Chain, and then it was like I realized the band drama is too much for me. So
when you record an album, that's not always the same person, the same artist that's doing the job now, or how should I see that? Is there a difference between the first albums and the last one or the recent ones?
there's both. There's the difference, and because I'm the same person, it's.
But you have also all other influences or all other things that play in your head at that moment.
Yeah, but I still feel like I'm the same person I was when I was 5 years old, and I just have more layers on me, but my core is the same.
Yeah.
So I hope I'm getting better. That's the only thing.
Last week, like I said also, I did a review on your latest album, The Scarlet Roses. What I think about the album, that a lot of the songs tell us stories. Stories about to be with characters and feelings of people. I did recognize a lot of things. Is that what you want to do with your songs?
You did not recognize?
Yes, I did recognize.
You did recognize, yeah.
I did recognize a lot of situations, feelings, characters. Is that what you want to tell us stories and to tell us?
Yeah, very much so. I think I can only tell stories that I know.
Yeah.
And if I tell the truth, of what I know, then I feel like people can get their own truth. They might not necessarily get, exactly what I'm talking about. But if I'm talking about something true, then I feel like people can get their own story. It's like a good book.
Right. When you don't understand the song or the feelings, the song is not the same song. I think no.
Right. I think truth translates.
It's like a journey. You want to take us with us to travel and to feel things, to see things, to do things. Yeah. Okay. So I have to change this one. You are a singer-songwriter. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Yeah. No. You are a
singing, I write songs.
Let's say it this way. You are a songwriter. Is doing songwriting for you a charge or a discharge? A weight or something an outlet?
It's an outlet. I've gone through times where I've considered it a weight, and then I've had to just say, don't write a song because you feel like you have to. And for a while I felt like I had to put out an album every year, and Well, I guess I didn't feel like I had to. I did. And then there came a time where, you know, having children, having moved, a lot of things going on, parents getting older, you know, it's just like life gets in the way of being. Well, to answer your question, the song for me is necessary, an outlet, and it's usually me traveling through something to get to the other side and to get myself through it, and hopefully by doing that I can offer the same catharsis for someone who's listening.
Yeah. When is a song a good song for you? When are you satisfied with the song?
When there's a full movement. I don't know. It's like it has to be a journey.
Yeah.
You know, it's like a good novel where you kind of introduce it with some notes, and then
that's a good way to
set
say
it up,
it
and
must
then
be a novel,
and then you have you set it up, and then you have the story, and then you have some kind of climax, and then resolve, and you're out. You know, that's to me what songs that feel complete do.
Okay. I don't know your age, but I think you are surely younger than we are, but that's no problem. Do you still have things that you want to do once? I call it things, still open items on your bucket list that you...
Musically?
Yeah, musically, that you say. That's
oh God,
surely I want to do.
I'm right now, I'm working on I'm in the middle of a double album of doing songs that I grew up with, old kind of obscure cover songs.
Some of other guys, no.
Yeah, because I mean, as you know, I grew up listening to a lot of things, and during shows, and over the course of time, I've learned some, you know, songs, some of my favorite songs. I've been playing some songs for 35 years that I've never recorded, and so I'm putting that out, and then, you know, I also want to do a complete country record. Just like my middle name's Everett, so every good country artist has to have 3 names. So I'll be Grayson Everett Caps. You know. But then, like I said, I've been recently getting into, you know, Black Sabbath and AC/DC, and I've got a band that would get pretty heavy, and I would also like to do a complete rock record, you know, and get away from the singer-songwriter thing for a little while, you know. But there's a lot I want to do. It's like the Willy Wonka thing. It's like so much to do in so little time, you know.
Great. What keeps you busy outside of music? Do you have things that you do in your free time? Landscape, you told us already.
Yeah, I used to. No, man, when I'm home, see, my son is 14, and my father's in assisted living. I'm an only child, so that takes up a lot of time dealing with navigating, you know, him. Recently, that's taken up a lot of time and has put age on my face, you know.
Okay, to round off, a few last questions for tonight. What can we expect? What's on your set list? Or who are you doing the show?
Well, I'm playing with Corky Hughes, and I've been playing with Corky for about 10 years now. He's a great guitar player.
Yeah, guitar.
And lap steel. And but this the new thing that's exciting for me this year is I'm with my daughter Sadie, and she's playing bass. And so we're traveling.
Sadie Morningstar. Yeah, I didn't know that was your daughter.
Yeah, she's going by her first and middle name.
You
know, making it elusive. But she's with Sadie Morningstar Caps, and she's playing bass, and I'm psyched to be on the road with her. So I'm kind of recapping old songs and new songs.
And very new songs, yeah. No,
I probably won't bring out today. I'm not going to bring out anything new, but in the course of this tour, I've got new songs that are going. But today is pretty much a recap of everything.
Okay, then the last one. What did you learn about yourself by playing music, by being a musician?
Oh, how much I don't know about music. I mean, I learned, basically, I think being in front of an audience is the biggest bullshit meter that you'll ever come across.
Say that again, the biggest
bullshit meter, yeah. Because you can feel when you're telling the truth or when you're full of shit. You know, you can feel it, like, because when you're playing, and because the energy is in between the listener and the artist, and so it becomes like synergy or some kind of, you know, primordial, you know, thing. So to me, I'm always kept in check by performing live because I can feel, you know, when you're telling the truth, and it keeps you.
It comes from both sides, not only from the musician, but it has to come back.
Yeah. And you know, it doesn't work if you're full of shit, you know.
I understand.
So anyway, that's it keeps me truthful, I guess.
Keeps you sharp. Yeah. Okay, Mr. Grayson Caps, that were my questions, our questions. We thank you for this opportunity.
Well, thank you.
That we could have this small talk and have a good show.
Thanks.
And some more good time in Holland.
We will.
We thank you a lot.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you.